Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this workshop organized in the frame of the European Week of Regions and Cities. And welcome everybody. The aim, the topic of this workshop is emphasizing the importance of peer-to-peer learning in agri-food and innovation uptake, building on the experience of NEFERTITI project. So I'm Adrien Guichaoua. I'm the coordinator of the NEFERTITI project from ACTA, the Technical Institute in France, and I will play the role of moderator for the whole meeting. In NEFERTITI project is a H2020 project on peer-to-peer learning through on-farm demonstration. And in this project, we've got a specific work package dedicated to the cooperation with policymakers in order to boost demonstration and innovation through demonstration and thanks to policy support. So the aim of today is to have interesting discussion and presentation on how policy support can provide more opportunities and can really support peer-to-peer learning and innovation in the future in the European agriculture. So I will directly give the floor to Mr. Bouke Arends, who is mayor of Westland, and who will introduce the session as organizer. Mr. Arends, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Dear participants, welcome to this event on the peer-to-peer learning of farmers and growers with the support of demonstrations. I welcome you on behalf of the Workshop Consortium, the Region Nord-Est, South Austria, Pays de la Loire, Central Macedonia, Tuscany, and North and South Holland. And you can find them on the map in the presentation. And in a moment, you will learn more about these regions. I am the mayor of the municipality of Westland, in the western part of the Netherlands, in the region of South Holland, and between the government center The Hague, the harbor city Rotterdam, the University of Delft, and the North Sea. And in our municipality, you will discover greenhouses and greenhouse industry. And on the picture from above, you'll see a city of glass. The added value of the greenhouse industry of our municipality is more than 6 billion euros a year. And the strength of our greenhouse district is related to the greenhouse ecosystem organized in the cluster Greenport West Holland and the Smart Agri-Digital Innovation Hub within the European Hub Network. The total triple helix, growers with suppliers, knowledge institute, and the government work together on innovation. And the growers have their study clubs where they discuss their innovations in a peer-to-peer setting. And in addition, in our World Horti Center, you see it on the picture, the experimental greenhouse is located where these new innovations are demonstrated. Our goal is to show the world how, with less resources like water and energy, and with integrated pest management, we grow efficiently, nutritious, and healthy food for the metropolitans in the future of our world. And therefore, we will show our best practice on the World Expo in Dubai during the Food Week. I wish you all a very meaningful workshop, and I hope to meet you in person very soon. If you'd like to visit Westland, please let us know. We will give you a warm welcome. And I wish you a good peer-to-peer learning. Good luck.
Many thanks, Mr. Arends, for this nice introduction and introducing the session on behalf of the region participating to this workshop. I will do my best to introduce in 1 minute each region who kindly participated, who kindly accepted to support the organization of this workshop. I will start by Central Macedonia, which is a Greek region in the northeast of Greece. So the region of Central Macedonia has the objective is to create competitive farms based on new domestic and international data, and with, of course, the objective to produce a higher quality food that meet consumer demands. So the aim is to really improve a farmer income through the increase of the productivity and making high quality product for the consumers. Next region, it's Noord-Holland province. So Noord-Holland province has the Food Vision 2030 strategy that describes the opportunity and the challenge to achieve a sustainable food system in the next 10 coming years. Two specific focus for this province is a circular horticulture by creating circular chain focusing on circular bio-based products and circular and regenerative use of soil and nutrients. And on the other hand, there is plant and also animals, smart farming technology for plants and animals that receive exactly the treatment they need through precision farming application, and that determine also with great accuracy the needs and supply in nutrients and so on through high-city technology, GPS sensor technology, and robotics. Next region, in the other side of the world, it's the Northeast Romania. They're represented here by the Northeast Regional Development Agency, and that develop specifically the aim of this agency is to develop communication and open collaboration with all the representatives of the quadruple helix in the region, to build bridges also for international and European cooperation with regional actors and stakeholders, and of course to identify funding sources and attract them through partnership and cooperative project. And as the specificities of the S3 strategy, agri-food, wood, and smart farming in this region is the use of agricultural products for non-food purposes, of course, to reduce the environmental impact of agriculture, biosecurity, and food safety. We know how much it's important nowadays after the COVID crisis, and of course, some activity in the forestry sector and the wood industry. If you already travel in this region, you will realize that the forestry sector is quite important also. Next region that I know even better because that's where I live, it's the Pays de la Loire and the west of France. So it's we've got a high diversity of cattle, arable, and horticulture system in this region. There is also fisheries in the food system. It's close to the coast, and the agri-food sector is the first industrial employer of the region. In this region, there is 6 agricultural networks that really promote peer-to-peer learning in several domains, namely the reduction of phytosanitary products, which is a high strategic policy in France, the enhancement of biodiversity, the digitalization of the agricultural system, the arable culture, and of course the livestock culture. And in addition to these networks, there is a 5 experimental farms located in all departments of province of the region, and that are co-managed, supported by the region and managed by the regional chamber of agriculture and other actors that participate to this experimental farm and this peer-to-peer learning network in a multi-actor partnership. Next region, in the opposite of Europe, south of Slavonia, which is a region in the southwest of Finland, which objectives are to strengthen the competitiveness and renewing the food production chain through digitalization. The aim also of the strategy is to improve economic profitability, productivity in the sector, and to increase competencies and skills of the actors of the agricultural sector, and obviously to support a sustainable development in agriculture and responsible business models that improve or that mitigate and adapt to climate change. Other region, it's the region Tuscany, that many of you should know, and is well known for its culture, its landscape, its gastronomy, and we all know the nice picture on Tuscany region. And as mentioned in the presentation, beyond wine and olive oil, that are really some assets and that really illustrate some characteristic of the territory. The region offer the wide range of production such as cereal, dairy, fruit, vegetable, ornamental plants, tobacco, wood, and oilseed. And Tuscany region is quite committed in different network and different dynamic related to innovation in agriculture. They've got a diversified research and innovation and educational agri-food offer with many bodies promoting innovation in the Tuscany region. Regional strategy with a dedicated focus on smart agri-food. And also the region is managing a European network on smart agri-food. They've got 3 public demo farms to test and share innovative solutions. And there is some nice videos on this public demo farm on the Farm Demo and NEFERTITI YouTube channel. And they organize several networking activities at regional, national, and EU level to increase partnership and to reach a high level of innovation in the region. And last but not least, the region of Noord-Holland, where in agriculture, of course, the main objective is to provide sustainable, healthy, and affordable food and food production for all citizens. So horticulture is quite important in the Netherlands and in this part of the Netherlands, and focusing on high-tech innovation. But also other teams are quite relevant to the Noord-Holland strategy, like improving biodiversity, circular metropole digitization, bio-based products, and others. And of course, they work also on the triple helix network, connecting entrepreneurs, namely farmers, growers, mechanics, IT, and so on, governments and university and research institute, in order to create the condition and the right ecosystem for innovation. And of course, horticultural network are organized in Greenport areas, and such as Greenport and Westland, Greenport, Bosco. And I believe that's all for the presentation of the region. That I repeat, kindly support the organization of this workshop, and that are engaged in innovation in agriculture and in demonstration and peer-to-peer learning, as we will see in the coming session. Now you've got the link to go to menti.com, and in the chat you can check. Sola mentioned the code to put in the dedicated section in the menti.com page. So just type menti.com in your browser, and then you can put the code 50817073, 50817073, and you will have access to the survey with a few questions. So the first question is, which country are you coming from? So please, I do it myself also to show the example. Shall we use the screen?
I can share it if the other presentation is closed. Is it okay?
As you can see, we've got, yes, representation for almost all Europe: Netherlands, Greece, Finland, France, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Spain, Hungary, Austria, and so on. So, and UK. So bigger is the wording, more people there is typing their country of appartenance. Okay, thank you. And we can go straight, I believe, to the second question, which is participant typology. Choose one result. Are you a farmer or demo farmer representative? Are you coming from a European Rural and Development Network or National Rural Network expert? Representative for national or regional administration, expert from national regional AKIS system, or partner or stakeholder in NEFERTITI. So I should wear glasses because I don't see it so much, but see, yes, I can see that there is a 1/3 from the NEFERTITI project in the audience. 38% big third for representative for national or regional administration, 18% so far on the AKIS, 16% that are other, and 5% farmer and 5% representative of rural network, European or regional. Okay, so many thanks for filling this pool. I believe we are right on time, even in advance. So let's continue along this line, and I will give the floor to Fabio, who should introduce quickly NEFERTITI activity also through a video. Fabio, the floor is yours.
Yeah, can you hear me and see me?
Yeah.
Maybe there is a video that you saw maybe some preview. Hello everyone, also from my side. I'm a member of the NEFERTITI project. I'm in together with the colleagues organizing this seminar, who are all partner in the work package 6. We are a little bit at the lead of this, and in our case, we manage, as Adrien introduced it, the work package which is dealing with policy dialogue and network sustainability. So I have a very quick role here, just to tell you that through this work package, we are developing activities that are trying to connect as much as possible to regional representatives. So it's good that today we have quite a good share in the participants of representing regions and regional managing authorities. Also, I saw digital innovation hubs, which is a very important element. And so what we are trying to do is developing tools, documents, and analysis that hopefully will be soon ready and available for the public to improve the way we are shaping policies to support demo farm and peer-to-peer learning, as said. But the most important thing now is to have a look at this video, and you will see a little bit an explanation of an insight of the NEFERTITI project and the importance of demonstration. And so I ask if you can launch the video.
In addition to the innovations developed by agribusiness and the research community, farmers themselves develop innovative solutions to improve productivity, profitability, and sustainability. Demonstration activities play an important role in knowledge exchange and the dissemination of innovation. However, this knowledge is not necessarily widely spread because it's not, for example, profitable. NEFERTITI aims to both improve farmer demonstrations and also to support building a network of demonstrations. The starting point for NEFERTITI are the innovations developed by farmers. The aim is to enhance knowledge exchange across Europe and to improve the visibility by showcasing these innovations. Nefertiti will be working on the following 10 thematic networks. Related to animal production are grassland management and carbon sequestration, data-driven decisions, smart farming for dairy farmers, robust organic livestock systems. Arable farming is covered by the following themes: soil quality and arable crops, arable cross-sensing and variable rate applications, increasing productivity and quality in organic arable crops. Finally, the focus in horticulture is on improved nutrient efficiency, and vegetable production. One cross-sectoral theme is on farm attractiveness for new entrants, as this is a major challenge to face at the European level. The consortium consists of 32 partners from 17 European countries, with a main background in applied research as well as advisory services. Nefertiti started in 2018 and will last for 4 years. Please visit our website and follow us on social media.
I hope you enjoyed the video. It is really a quick overlook of the project, which is very interesting. And as you can understand, the idea here is that through the activity of the regions and regional innovation ecosystems that we are trying to connect and to, let's say, elaborate on better policies for supporting this kind of peer-to-peer learning, we would like to have a last-long network. So to have it not just for the project, but to build something that can continue after the project. For that reason, we organized this event today, and I now pass the floor to again to Adrien, who is the coordinator of the project, and will give you an overview of some of the achievements of the overall projects, but also what we are trying to do for the policy side of this project. So Adrien, I give you back the room.
Many thanks, Fabio, for giving me the floor back. Yes, I will introduce quickly in 5 minutes more or less what we do, what we did, and what our expectation at the end and after Nefertiti project. So next slide, please. Yes, so Nefertiti is for networking European farm to enhance innovation, peer-to-peer learning and innovation uptake through demonstration. So as mentioned in the video, so it's a 4.5-year project, because through the COVID, you can imagine that linking people in the field and networking people across Europe, it has been a quite difficult 1.5 year in the past year. So we asked a prolongation to the Commission. So we've got 32 partners from 17 countries with a wide coverage from north, east, south, west, and so on. And we've got also created the brand farm demo, because you can see we team up with different projects working on demonstration in agriculture, European project funded under Horizon 20, namely Played and Agri-Demo, that work on the methodology of demonstration. And then Nefertiti implements this methodology and best practices in a network of demo farms across Europe. And we've got the sister project IPM Works, which is a network of demonstration for integrated pest management specifically. Next slide, please. So since I introduced already the thematic area of the project, so we've got 3 networks on animal production, 3 on arable crops, and 3 on horticultural crops, and 1 focusing on farm attractiveness. And you can see that in each network there is some demonstration hubs that compose the network. So each hub organizes demonstration activity at its local and regional level, and in each network they visit each other and organize exchange of knowledge through advisor. Farmer are also traveling to check and see what other farmers are doing in the same thematic area in other country. So to learn not only for the farmer in their own area, but to learn also from other farmer, other culture, other techniques in other country. So that's what makes this project quite unique, because farmer, advisor, people working in the field are exchanging directly, and we increase the peer-to-peer learning experience through this cross border exchange. Next slide, please. So the rationale is through the organization of 4 annual demonstration campaign. So we network all the hubs and the people through demonstration. We increase innovation uptake and knowledge exchange. We've got a platform to connect people. And an inventory of the demo farm and a map of the demo farm. So whoever is interested to contact a demo farmer, they can check it on the platform. We've got a monitoring and evaluation process to analyze and check how much farmers are learning from their peers, how far the demonstration activity have been well done, how far farmers have the intention to really apply these techniques, and how far these experiences are replicable in their own area. So this is really the monitoring and evaluation process. Of course, we've got the policy dialogue, because we believe that an advocacy for demonstration, on-farm demonstration, is necessary, and that policy organization, whether regional, whether national, whether European, should have a quite important role in supporting or incentivizing this demonstration network. And of course, we've got a full package on dissemination and communication to reach a wider target in the farming community, in the AKIS, and also citizens across Europe. Last slide, please. Then it's about main achievements. And it's not the last slide. Main achievement related to our activity and relationship with policymakers. So at the beginning of the network, we created a network of 53 European regions to learn from their experience, and also to disseminate our findings and activities towards this region. So all policymakers are targeted, but we put a specific focus on regional policymaker, because we believe that the regional scale, also considering the opportunities through the CAP, are the more obvious scale to set up and incentivize this demo farm network. We produce policy brief based on plaid and agri-demo findings for policymakers as an advocacy for demonstration, and all our hubs, our 45 hubs across Europe, must invite policymakers, or at least on an annual basis, to exchange with farmers and other actors during on-farm demonstrations. So policymakers can really see, smell, and touch how far it's important for farmers to learn from other farmers, because it's the most important way and source of innovation, knowledge, and also the trust between farmers is quite important, and even more powerful than knowledge transfer from research to the farmers. Next slide, please. And our aim, so we organized, and we are organizing a set of specific policy events or webinar, and really aiming to demonstrate the value of farm demonstration to the farming community. And in the last phase of the project, we will provide final recommendation for on-farm demonstration in AKIS, and how far it could improve the AKIS and the flow of information and the flow of knowledge, and also related to the CAP strategic plan and the new Article 72 of the CAP related to knowledge exchange. And of course, we are working, as mentioned by Fabio, on network sustainability by mapping, realizing a mapping of funding opportunities So our networks, our hubs can also think about the future, think about how their actual network can be sustained in the time and how they could benefit for also the NEFERTITI IT infrastructure to really keep connecting, keep exchanging on the medium and long term and after NEFERTITI project. That's it for the presentation of NEFERTITI. I believe now we've got a last video in 20 minutes. But now I will give the floor. We start part 2 of the meeting by asking by 2 testimony on national and regional experiences in integrating demo farm and agricultural knowledge and innovation system into specific region, namely Noord-Holland and region Tuscany. So I will first give the floor to Gerben Bierman, who represent Ilse, who is minister in Noord-Holland. And I will let you introduce your activity in your region. Thank you for participating, Gerben.
Thank you very much, Mr. Guichaoua. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for the introduction. Unfortunately, Regional Minister Ilse couldn't join us today. However, I'm happy to speak on her behalf in this nice partnership today. It's good to see so many of you joined us online for our workshop. I believe the region of Noord-Holland to be a region of opportunities. We have many inspiring entrepreneurs working on innovation. And as Noord-Holland, we encourage them to further develop their creative ideas. In our experience, a regional government can really help entrepreneurs to take initiatives further. I'd like to illustrate that by giving an example from my home region, Noord-Holland. Last year, we presented our regional food vision for the next 10 years, 2020 to 2030. In this food vision, the province describes the opportunities and challenges to achieve a sustainable food system by 2030. It's much like the European farm to fork strategy. And after careful consultation of a lot of different stakeholders from our region, our regional minister Zaal put forward the vision. And we believe it's a way to offer perspective, above all to farmers in our region. As you well know, in order to achieve a truly sustainable food system, it is necessary for all parties in the food chain to contribute. It's not only the agricultural sector and the food processors' turn, but it's necessary for retailers, consumers, and waste processors to step up. The food system is complex and it takes time to change that. As an instrumental part of the Noord-Holland food vision, we therefore launched a new network platform called Farmers and Business in Balance. This platform contains inspiring projects and activities that showcase what is already happening in practice. It's open to anyone involved in the food chain who wants to make a healthy contribution to people, animals, and the planet. We use this platform to offer inspiration, to share knowledge, and collaborate on innovative solutions that bring our food system more into balance with the environment, the soil, the farmer's business model, the environment, and our health. As a regional connector, we are convinced that the province has the potential to bring this knowledge and different chain parties together. The province of Noord-Holland wants to support projects and activities that contribute to that better balance between food production and caring for nature and biodiversity. In addition, the province encourages a better connection between green education and the labor market to make sure that young people have a future in the agri-food sector. And of course, we also look beyond the borders of our own region. Within the European area of network, we actively look for work together with other regions, like yourselves, on these topics. Noord-Holland is focusing on creating an inter-regional network within the plants working group. In this working group, we try to connect policy experts, researchers, and farmers working on the same challenges in the field of horticulture and plants in order for them to exchange knowledge and information. Can I have the second slide, please? Just like the mayor of Westland presented earlier, the region of Noord-Holland also has a strong horticulture cluster. We believe that European horticultural businesses and regions provide innovative solutions needed for healthy societies across the world. Through these innovative solutions, the extremely efficient and high-quality horticultural sector can play a leading role in achieving Europe's sustainability goals. As you can see on the map on this slide, the Netherlands is fully committed to peer-to-peer learning through practical and demo farms. This overview shows a high number and diversity of farmers and research institutes involved in the network. This map is constantly under construction because new participants are added very often. Initiatives such as the NEFERTITI network of demo farms and other ways of peer-to-peer learning are, in our opinion, essential. As European regions, we need to make sure that our activities complement each other. Our role should be to enable the process, to act as a supportive network partner, to provide private and industry partners the room and platform they need to work together and learn from each other. Of course, all the while guaranteeing that we strike the right balance between food production and protecting our nature and biodiversity. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bierman, for this presentation and indeed for highlighting the importance of this network and of this really peer-to-peer network, which is not easy, not so instinct, also for policymaker, for region, and so on, to really see the added value of connecting people and how people share information and how people uptake innovation. Usually the funding are going more straight to technical aspect and technical progress, and the value of the value of the social aspect of exchanging is not always well identified. And it's a pleasure to see that such a network is being settled, is increasing also all the time, thanks to policy initiative. And I also believe that a combination of national, regional, and EU initiative are really participating to this increase and have this kind of snowball effect for all regions. Thank you. So I will now introduce Roberto Scalacci, which is Director for Agriculture and Rural Development in Tuscany. And his presentation focused on policies that help improving the connection of demo farm to innovation ecosystem. And he will show us some example like practical community of practice on precision farming and other networking activity at European level that are leading or in which the region Tuscany is participating. So Mr. Scalacci, the floor is yours.
Grazie Adrien, mi sentite? Mi sentite? Mi sentite? Adrien?
Sì, sì, yes.
Bene, sorry. Grazie a tutti, grazie Adrien, cari partecipanti, cari relatori e cari partner di questo importante progetto. Sono molto lieto di poter prendere parte a questa giornata e portare il contributo della Regione Toscana al dibattito sul ruolo che le aziende agricole dimostrative svolgono nei nostri sistemi di innovazione. Nel contesto del programma mi è stato assegnato, appunto, come veniva anticipato, il ruolo di evidenziare quali politiche legate all'agricoltura e allo sviluppo rurale possono maggiormente beneficiare del ruolo giocato dalle demo farm e viceversa quali politiche possono aiutare le demo farm a meglio integrarsi nel sistema dell'innovazione. La slide 2 per piacere. la Toscana è una regione che ha certamente investito nel mantenere un forte legame con il sistema produttivo agricolo, lo diceva Adrien nell'introduzione, e non è un caso se la regione possiede 3 aziende agricole pubbliche, che sono quindi gestite direttamente da un ente di emanazione della regione toscana, che si chiama Terre Regionali Toscana, un ente che ha appunto il compito di supportare il governo regionale nello sviluppo dell'agricoltura regionale e nel sostegno all'innovazione e al trasferimento delle conoscenze. La slide successiva. Nel corso degli anni il ruolo di queste aziende si è evoluto, affiancando alle finalità produttive una vocazione sempre più sperimentale, grazie alle nuove politiche promosse dalla Commissione europea, in particolare con l'avvento dell'AP Agri e lo sviluppo di strategie di specializzazione intelligente. Abbiamo avuto uno stimolo a sviluppare ulteriormente il ruolo di queste aziende agricole, cercando di dotarle del necessario expertise e delle necessarie dotazioni per poter fungere da elemento centrale del sistema agricolo regionale di innovazione e conoscenza. Infine, l'adesione al progetto NEFERTITI nel 2018 ci ha dato una spinta supplementare ad elaborare ulteriormente il ruolo dell'azienda agricola, in questo caso pubblica, e anche però quelle private nel nostro sistema regionale. Siamo arrivati ad oggi ad avere una maggiore consapevolezza sulle necessità di investire in queste infrastrutture fondamentali e lo stiamo facendo in una logica che mira a supportare i seguenti punti. La slide successiva. Integrazione delle funzioni svolte dalle demo farm pubbliche con le esigenze e competenze delle aziende agricole private, individuazione delle aziende agricole private che possono svolgere un ruolo dimostrativo, spesso senza averne coscienza, messa in rete delle aziende con capacità dimostrative in funzione delle caratteristiche del comparto agricolo regionale, integrazione delle demo farm nelle politiche di sviluppo regionale come luoghi per il trasferimento delle conoscenze, in un'ottica di integrazione multisettoriale, ovvero evitare di pensare al settore agricolo come un sistema che non dialoga con altri settori ad alto contenuto tecnologico o innovativo. Spesso si immagina l'agricoltura un po' fuori da tutto questo dibattito, che invece è essenziale per lo sviluppo e per affrontare le nuove sfide. L'identificazione di strumenti idonei al supporto finanziario delle operazioni dimostrative e dei necessari adeguamenti infrastrutturali, l'integrazione del sistema in un'ottica sovraregionale, ovvero rafforzare il collegamento con la dimensione nazionale, europea e internazionale per svolgere una funzione di ponte con i sistemi di innovazione di altri territori. La slide successiva. Questo percorso chiaramente non è semplicissimo, ma siamo confidenti che riusciremo a realizzare la nostra visione grazie al supporto degli organismi europei e del nostro sistema regionale di ricerca e innovazione, che è molto ricco e articolato sul territorio, con vari centri di ricerca, centri delle conoscenze e competenze regionali nel settore agricolo e agroalimentare, e con una cosa che abbiamo sperimentato e che ci sembra molto efficiente, che è la comunità della pratica sull'agricoltura di precisione e sulla digitalizzazione in ambito agricolo, un'esperienza di partecipazione molto interessante e interdisciplinare con molti attori. Vogliamo inoltre proseguire con iniziative progettuali europee come NEFERTITI e con le nostre attività interregionali come la rete ERIAF e con i partenariati della piattaforma S3 agroalimentare. Faremo inoltre il possibile per dotarci degli strumenti idonei disponibili grazie alla nuova politica agricola comunitaria, sulla quale chiaramente sarà importante anche i risultati del dibattito nazionale che è in corso rispetto alla struttura del piano strategico nazionale che stiamo scrivendo e che noi ci auspichiamo possa avere sempre più un ruolo importante in questo elemento, ma anche attraverso la creazione di una rete nazionale delle demo farm che stiamo cercando di mettere in campo con le altre regioni italiane. Spero veramente che le mie riflessioni possano essere state utili anche per alimentare il dibattito e il resto chiaramente a disposizione insieme al mio team di esperti a proseguire con eventuali approfondimenti multilaterali o bilaterali in ambito europeo e nazionale. Ultima slide, concludo quindi ringraziando il team che ha organizzato l'evento e tutti i partecipanti per l'attenzione posta verso questa tematica di grande rilievo e prospettiva per l'agricoltura europea. Grazie a tutti.
Grazie mille, signore Scalacci, per la sua presentazione. I will turn in English. So yes, it's quite obvious when we see your presentation that also NEFERTITI not copy-paste, but is also based on existing partnership that are led and organized by the European region for a long time in the frame of the CAP on the regional funds. And we did not reinvent the wheel in NEFERTITI, but we also try not to create some network from scratch, but rather to use the local regional experiences and to network them together. So the aim of this project was really to boost existing innovation network, because we know that the real world is really embedded at local scale in the field with the local actors and stakeholders. And through your presentation, indeed, we see many assets that also reflect an NEFERTITI partnership. So thank you very much. We can move to next video, which is a video we already presented in the farm demo conference. It was a conference together we organized together with a PLED and agri-demo project at the end of their activity, and through different workshops organized with policymakers in the field of PLED, agri-demo, and NEFERTITI, we received some testimonies of policymakers, mainly regional policymakers and representative of farmer organizations, who emphasize on the role of policy to support and incentivize demonstration network in the region, countries, and across Europe. So can we go to this second video? Thank you very much.
Very often ministries have certain issues they want to have addressed by farmers. And to do so, they run demonstration projects and they fund demonstration projects.
We are currently designing new policy for environmental land management and recognise that we need to improve knowledge exchange within the agricultural community, and see that farm demonstration is an important part of that.
Farmers get to know each other. You have people all of a sudden talking about one topic which would normally not meet. The challenge with demonstration projects is to combine the needs of science, of politics, and farmers.
Demonstration should be attuned to a strategy to innovate. Either you're going for high-tech, for circular agriculture, or for biological or nature inclusive.
It is important to involve farmers at a very early stage, not only later on when you are actually looking for demonstration farms.
I think it's very important there are more average farmers providing demonstration rather than just the ones that are at the top of their game.
Monitoring and evaluation is a challenge for projects, but we think it's really important.
Measuring impact can seem challenging, and just one example could be that you could look at the social connectedness of farmers before they joined a farm demonstration programme and then afterwards, and social connectedness can be used as a proxy for the more connected a farmer is, often the more willing they are to innovate and take risks.
Demonstrations are really good, they really work well, and the link with the new method of multi-actor approach, farmers combination with scientists, with everyone around in the complete network, that's really working well. That's not only working on innovation, but it's also working on learning by the farmers.
What I want to encourage everyone is every country is making a national strategic plan to have opportunity for demonstration in it.
So you can see, indeed, you can see in this video that yes, many representatives of many national governments or regional governments indeed are quite committed and also believe in the power of demonstration, but not only in the power of demonstration, but also the power of the multi-actor approach, because it's not only, it's of course focused on farmer needs, identifying the needs, and in order to provide farmer with a concrete answer, but also it's a co-creative process and putting farmers, advisors that play an important role, scientists, policymakers, enterprise, NGOs, consumers, and so on into demonstration activity. It's a nice way to increase the impact of innovation, to increase the effectiveness of knowledge exchange. And so that's why we try to realize through NEFERTITI. It's not an easy job, but as mentioned by a lady, indeed, there is this snowball effect, and the social connectiveness is really a core asset of the demonstration network. And one farmer can take risk instead of the other one, and the other one can try to replicate, reproduce what the other farmer or the neighbor did in the previous months and potentially year, so reducing their risk and also increasing the capacity to replicate some efficient techniques. Having said that, we can move straight to the second Mentimeter. So I wonder, so the code should be the same. So 5081773. In the chat, you've got the link, direct link to go to the right page. And okay, many people already answer the question, which is which policy tool, financing tool will better support peer-to-peer farm demonstration. So we've got different choices. Rural European Agriculture Fund for Rural Development, and basically as a second pillar of the CAP, European Regional Development Fund, so ERDF, and other regional policies or other national policies. So of course, most of you know that there is some specific measure now related in the CAP strategic plan, and specifically related to AKIS, and the measure 62, if I'm not wrong, who is about knowledge exchange, whereas the Commission aim to support advisory services and the role of advisory services in incentivizing and accelerating knowledge exchange. And this measure is available in the new CAP, and the Commission wants the member state and regional authority to select this measure to organize as many demonstration activity as possible. So yes, so in the pool, we can see that indeed the second pillar of the CAP is targeted as potentially the main financial tool, but also the other tools such as regional development fund and national and other regional policy tool could be suitable for supporting on-farm demonstration. Next pool, fourth question. What kind of support could public bodies offer to farm demonstration in the future? So you have to write your answer. The question is also beyond the financial support. What kind of support the public policies could and should offer to on-farm demonstration? So I let you answering 2 minutes, as it takes more time to write some words rather than just ticking a box. Okay, so some keywords are popping. So we see, okay, we see subsidies and money. Of course, it's always interesting why speaking about policy support, but we've got also networking in the center that looks quite obvious. We also have platform training, connection with research, coordination, advice, connection with advisory services, again, training, funding experiments, also to be innovative in the funding, because there is different way of funding. But the main keywords are remain money, networking, training, platform, and yes, communication also. We can see communication in the cloud. Okay, many thanks, many ideas, also recognition, also, which is sorry, I try to read all the word, tools, recognition. So we've got also many ideas for in drafting our policy recommendation for the future, because not only money is important to sustain the demo network, but the hard and soft skills towards the demo farmer and toward people surrounding the demo farmer are also of importance in the coming year, and to reach our common challenge of productive and sustainable agriculture. So we can move to the third and last part of the meeting. First of all, which is exchange of ideas with 3 subsessions. So first session with 2 short testimony, another one with a short round table, and a last interactive session with the audience to ask any question, and so the team and the speaker can answer any question. So I got the pleasure to ask question to Alfred Grant. Hi, Alfred. Alfred is an Austrian farmer, an Austrian demo farmer who works closely with the Agri-Demo project. And he's also a member of the Mission Board on Soil Health and Food System. And is a well-known farmer in the European landscape. So Alfred, quite a simple question, because I believe there is not so many farmers in the audience, and your testimony is of importance for everybody. From your point of view, what is the main added value for farmers and for the farming community to have demonstration and demonstration networks set at different scale, regional, local, regional, national, and European scale? And what from your feeling as a farmer and as a demo farmer, what is your feeling about this potential deployment of demo network across Europe?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for inviting me. Hello, everyone. My name is Alfred. I'm an organic farmer from Austria. What is the added value of demonstration farms? So we own a research and demonstration farm here in Austria, and we are working on demonstration activity already since a few years. And I think the first and most important benefit and the added value is that these demonstration farms, they act as a bridge. So they are really connecting the practical community of farmers, bringing them together with scientists and researchers. And this is really the most important thing, because there is a kind of gap. So even if we speak the same language, we do not understand each other. And it's really important to have some farmers who on one side can understand the scientists and the needs and the behaviors of the scientific community, and on the other side they know the farming community, and they really can bring them together. And at the end we can talk on an eye-to-eye level and communicate really to bring things forward. Then another added value is to show new developments in the sector to farmers' colleagues, but also to turn it around and bring the innovations that farmers develop on their farms, bring them back into the scientific community, show them to the sector, and this is also really important. And at the end, it's connecting stakeholders. So it's not only about farmers and scientists, it's about the media, it's about society, it's about citizens, it's about children, school children and students. So it's about bringing people together on the farm, and this is really important to explain how life on farm is, how the work is, what is realistic, what is not. And so I think demo farms can really have an added value to the society, not only to the farming community.
Thank you, Alfred. And just to come back on the second part of my question, how do you see this potential increase, and we see maybe more visible increase of demo farm and demo network at different scale in Europe? What is your view on that?
Yeah, we see the demonstration farms and the cooperation between science and the farming community more and more important in the future. So, for example, I'm part of the mission board for soil health and food, and there our aim is to create 100 living labs till 2030. So, a living lab is a region where science and practice are working together to provide new innovations, to show new developments, but also to show to demonstrate results that are already approved in the research community since decades, but still are not implemented in practice. And I think it's more and more important, and there is a lot of activity going on, not only in Europe but also in internationally, to bring these stakeholders together within demonstration activities.
Okay, many thanks, Alfred. We see you very soon. We in the round table in a few minutes to ask a further question, but I keep in mind that indeed to build bridges between science and practice and with all other actors of the society is one key asset of the demonstration, and creating living lab that can empower and put innovation in the right context are some key added value of demonstration. And now we've got a short testimony, a video testimonial from Elsi Katainen, which is a member of the European Parliament from Finland, who unfortunately could not join us for important reason, but who kindly accepted to register a short video testimony. So thank you for the video.
I would like to send my greetings to all of you attending this event across Europe from Finland to Romania. I am Elsi Katainen, a Finnish MEP and Vice Chair of the European Parliament's Committee of Agriculture and Rural Development. Projects that bring together scientific, political and practical solutions are particularly valuable to society and close to my heart because of my own background. I'm a teacher of agriculture and natural resources, and I have also worked as a dairy farmer. For years I have been fighting in the EU for more research funding for agriculture and food production. It was a victory that in the New Horizon program, such as an earmarking was obtained for our sector. Strong influence and participation in decision-making also takes place through an extended cooperation with different actors. Schools, consumers and future decision-makers must be included in the decision-making. In Finland, the cooperation between the different farms happens with a low threshold, but it should always be further encouraged. Good examples are the acquisition of new technologies and equipment and in specializations at the farm level. There is expertise in Finland, for example, in the field of grassland farming and the introduction of researches data on it, where we have found new sustainable solutions which benefit the climate. Sustainable and carbon-efficient agriculture is the future that is being done today. It requires research, innovation, peer learning, awareness raising, and above all, cooperation at many levels. The EU Commission will publish the Carbon Farming Initiative at the end of the year, and I hope that new research data will be used and continuously refined there when new certifications for carbon removals are tailored. The reform of the Common Agricultural Policy, CAP, has finally been agreed, and the preparation of national strategic plans is well underway in member states. In 2023, the reform will be implemented, and member states will be able to specialize in a new way, focusing on their own strengths. I would like to stress the importance of investing in the exchange of information between member states. The regulation itself provides good condition for this. In addition to the Green Deal, one of EU's main flagships is digitalization, which is also accelerating the green transition. Digitalization needs to be more strongly integrated into peer learning and to the core of demonstration activities, especially in its implementation to larger masses. Farmers can easily learn new techniques and methods by sharing information with each other, for example, by sharing step-by-step videos or sharing information by different channels and also social media. This event and these projects are excellent examples of tools to enhance peer-to-peer learning and share best practices. This all needs to be communicated to the citizens as well. I wish today we all benefit from this discussion and take new steps towards more sustainable agriculture, where the core must always be the food production.
Many thanks, Ms. Katainen, for this nice video. Really highlight on whole aspect, on the strategic aspect, with the importance of European policies, namely Horizon Europe, whereas there is a strong focus on research and innovation in agriculture, the soil policy, the carbon policy, which is a huge challenge for Europe, and with new policies on trying to mitigate climate change impact, as a new CAP that strategic plans that allow new partnership. And she also spoke about operational things, namely digital aspect, video, practical tools. And I'm quite happy because we are quite proud of this farm demo YouTube channel, where we've got more than 300,000 views and many videos with farmer exchanges practices. And of course, everything in view of more benefit and more positive impact on the society. And now I may invite the 4 speakers to the roundtable. So Mr. Scalacci, Alfred Grant, Gerben Bierman, and Vicky Kristallidou, who is Director General of Strategic Project Management Office of the American Farm School in Greece. So we can structure the short exchanges around the few questions we had and the pool and the question we asked to the audience. From your point of view, what are the opportunities in the near future through the different funding instruments to put it in perspective with the demo project? And I will ask it to Vicky Kristallidou, ladies first, as she's also the only woman in the panel. Vicky?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Okay, just a few comments, at least from our experience, working as a demonstration farm here in Central Macedonia. First of all, you mentioned correctly about some new measurements about the new CAP and the new consultancy policy that is going to be affected later on, but I have some comments on that. My first question is, what is the preferable profile of the demonstration farm that will host activities, advisory activities, first of all? And this is something that we have to consider later on. And another comments, maybe we're talking about the digitalization in the farming, and we're talking about different providing cutting edge technologies. But sometimes one question that rises is, to what extent makes sense to create maybe fewer big farms? But we always have to make consider that sometimes these farms can be intimidating for the farmers, and maybe they keep farmers away from implementing and hosting new technologies. Again, from our experience, at least from our region in Central Macedonia, we're talking about different smart specialization program and policies, but we really need to reflect these advancements to the demonstration farms as well, because the demonstration farms needs to be privileged, because if I remember correctly from the question we had earlier, money and it was one of the issues that came, especially I thought, from the farmers. And so one last comment, at least from our point of view, is because we had a lot of experience in implementing different national state funded programs that had to do, and we had different universities, research institutes, and different farmers all working together for a real industry problem. But what we've noticed is that sometimes when we have, let's say, an intellectual gap between the farmers, the industry, and the researchers, sometimes we saw that there is a tendency from, the universities or even the researchers to keep both budget and, let's say, results of the programs from themselves. So again, this is something that we really have to take good care, especially when we're talking about collaboration between researchers, universities, and farmers.
Okay, many thanks for sharing with us this concern and this view on demo farm. Mr. Scalacci, from your point of view.
Grazie. Io credo che in questo momento abbiamo la grandissima opportunità delle nuove politiche agricole, i fondi del FEASR, ci daranno l'opportunità, se ben congeniati e utilizzati, di poter creare una buona congiunzione tra i servizi di consulenza e l'utilizzazione delle demo farm. E credo che in questo senso dovremmo lavorare molto, perché nella scrittura dei piani strategici nazionali e nei bandi che saranno derivanti per l'utilizzazione di queste risorse si crei un sistema di premialità che incoraggi i sistemi della consulenza e quindi metta in collegamento tutta la consulenza con le nostre demo farm, perché veramente siamo convinti che l'esperienza diretta degli agricoltori è quella che più permette di diffondere l'innovazione e la conoscenza. Ancora però purtroppo abbiamo vissuto anche nella precedente programmazione una difficoltà di attivazione delle misure di consulenza, e la mia preoccupazione è che anche nel nuovo AKIS, che è il nuovo sistema appunto della conoscenza, obiettivo orizzontale a tutti i piani strategici nazionali, non si crei quella sinergia invece auspicata dal legislatore, e che quindi metta in evidenza la necessità di mettere in collegamento la consulenza con le azioni dimostrative come momento di diffusione e di sperimentazione anche diretta da parte dell'agricoltore, che quando vede direttamente l'innovazione poi riesce anche meglio a comprendere i risultati per la propria azienda. Certo, anche gli elementi della Smart Specialization Strategy rappresentano un'altra opportunità di supportare questo tipo di attività delle demo farm, ma insieme a questi fondi restano prioritarie anche i fondi dello sviluppo regionale, che comunque hanno per attitudine una vocazione forte verso lo sviluppo dell'innovazione e la sua diffusione. Io credo che essenzialmente questo, una battuta, io credo che la parlamentare Katainen abbia ben rilevato l'esigenza di accelerare sulla digitalizzazione, e in questo senso la nuova PAC potrà fare molto. Io credo, anche un po' in risposta a Vicky, che se effettivamente noi avviamo il processo di digitalizzazione, anche se per il momento ci potranno seguire solo alcuni agricoltori tendenzialmente più giovani, che sono più abituati a utilizzare le tecnologie e hanno più domestichezza con la digitalizzazione, noi creiamo i presupposti perché di accelerare il processo di razionalizzazione e uso dei dati, che rappresentano l'unico modo per affrontare le sfide del futuro, quindi ridurre l'impatto ambientale delle attività agricole, ottimizzando i sistemi di produzione e gli input che vengono utilizzati in agricoltura. Quindi io credo che si dovrà fare uno sforzo per velocizzare questo aspetto della digitalizzazione e in qualche maniera scommettere sul futuro, perché tutti piano piano poi avvieranno questo sistema. Chiudo dicendo che comunque la digitalizzazione ha bisogno ancora di alcuni elementi regolatori da parte della Commissione europea, di chiarimento, anche se è stato avviato l'ottimo lavoro sul pacchetto di misure europee per la digitalizzazione e la creazione di uno spazio comune, ma abbiamo bisogno ancora, per quanto riguarda la gestione dei dati, elementi normativi che completino il quadro legislativo per portare a una migliore utilizzazione possibile di questa opportunità. Grazie.
Grazie, signor Scalacci. Mr. Bierman, what's your view and your opinion on this question after this huge and yes, nice overview from Mr. Scalacci?
Well, I would like to underline the words of Mr. Grant when he mentioned something about the role of society and also the impression that demo farms can have on regular farmers, sometimes even a little threatening for their daily production. I think there are a lot of funds that are aimed for improving quality of biodiversity, of climate. That's really all been taken care of in a very good way. Also considering the new CAP. However, the social element is not always looked after for well enough. And for example, in a densely populated country like the Netherlands, it can give considerable tensions when you want to change something in the way farmers are producing or want to modernize agriculture. And these social elements to help farmers well change and help society well have a healthy look at farming. I think a lot of attention could be given to that element as well.
Okay, many thanks. Alfred, you will close the debate. And my question to you is maybe more related to the fourth question in the pool. Beyond financial support, what could be the key role and what added value could provide the policy side for the future of on-farm demonstration with a platform, with a network, trainings, and so on? And from your point of view, what would you need as a farmer to really develop and to release this demonstration trend going forward and increasing and being efficient in the near future?
Well, thank you for the question, Adrien. I think it's this is one thing I always try to mention is we need a more systemic approach. So now we talk about farmers demonstrating to other farmers, and as Mr. Bierman already said, it's good to involve the society. So maybe it would be even better to involve not only other stakeholders like politicians, media, society, students, and so on, but also to involve other topics, because this planet is facing quite a bit of quite a range of challenges that we have. I don't have to mention them all: mitigating climate change, adapting to climate change, biodiversity, loss of biodiversity, pollution, all the societal and economic challenges that we face. I think it's time to understand that we all have to work together on all of these challenges at the same time. I know it sounds a bit weird, but at the end we need a systemic approach. So we have to think. When I think about my farm, I do not only think about yield, about income, about profit, but at the same time I think about climate. I think about creating jobs on the farm. I think about initiatives in the rural area. And so we try to have a more systemic approach, and I hope we can cover this with demo farms. So not only to talk to farmers, but also to talk to the society. And when we already talk to everyone, why not talk about all the topics that we have to talk about? Thank you.
Okay, many thanks, Alfred. Indeed, you find this holistic approach, showcasing multiple solutions and really engaging people in systemic transition toward Elsi, a more sustainable system, still allowing to generate nice income and some benefits for the society. It's a key answer. Thank you very much, Alfred, Vicky, Roberto, and Gerben for your participation and for your testimony. We are a bit late. We were supposed to have an interactive session with questions from the audience. We can dedicate 3 minutes to any question. So I am monitoring the chat. So if you've got some question, I saw some questions that have been put in the chat, but it was at a quite late stage, so early stage, sorry. So if you've got any question dedicated to NEFERTITI team or the speaker, please don't hesitate to put it in the chat, and we will do our best to answer it. If not, in the next 1 or 2 minutes, I will be obliged to switch on the last pool. And so there is some comments on the relevance of Alfred's speech.
Maybe Adrien, if I may ask,
go Fabio.
Smaller moderators, let's say. There is one that maybe you can take because it quite addressed to us, that the identification, if we have criteria in NEFERTITI for identification of private farms for demonstration. So maybe you can tell something about that is interesting. And then there is one on Digital Innovation Hub and the role that they can play. I think those two are already quite good questions.
Okay. Yeah, I saw them. In NEFERTITI, there is some key criteria that are clearly mentioned in the platform to register as a public or private demo farm. The aim, so the criteria are to organize demo activity on regular basis, to increase. So our key focus is to organize peer-to-peer learning, so facilitating discussion. It's not a top-down, it's not a transfer of information, but it's also through some information, through some showcase of techniques to engage people in peer-to-peer learning, side discussion, and through this side discussion and the small group exchanges, we see the benefit of the peer-to-peer learning. So I don't have all criteria in mind for the registration in the NEFERTITI platform, but it's quite simple. As soon as you are a commercial farmer or even a public farm organizing regular demonstration, and you can register in the platform and be connected with other farmers. And as for the digital innovation hubs, indeed, demo farm should be a component of the digital innovation hubs, because per definition, they are hubs gathering researcher, enterprise, advisor, farmers, and specialists of funding mechanism and business opportunities. So demo farm are supposed to be connected in the digital innovation hubs and the other way around. So our aim is also to, in NEFERTITI, to tell to the demo farmer to be connected to the digital innovation hub, to be able also to benefit from this digital knowledge and technology. And the cooperation, last question, the cooperation between demonstration farm and education in agriculture. In NEFERTITI, we've got a specific, so you notice from Alfred and also Mr. Scalacci and almost all speakers that education it's a key target, and we should target students and young people in educating them to the real life, to the benefit of farming. And so we have dedicated activity towards students and anybody learning in agriculture to incentivize them to become farmer, because we believe it's a nice, we need farmer, we will need farmer in the future, and we want young people to jump into agriculture, yes, for many reasons. We can go now to the last question. I believe you can go to the Mentimeter, and still the same code. You just have to refresh the page. And I believe the last question is quite simple. It's how comes the webinar of the workshop. I learned something new and useful. I think peer-to-peer learning in farm demonstration is important. I am motivated to support, promote demo farm possibilities, and I will stay tuned with NEFERTITI. And I was only here for the coffee. No, wait. No, it's not mentioned in the poll. Okay, so from the first result, we see that, yeah, it was somehow interesting and useful, and people learn something. And people believe that peer-to-peer learning indeed is quite important. and are motivated to promote and support demo farm and to stay in touch with Nefertiti. So we are quite happy. So if you want to stay in touch with Nefertiti, please don't hesitate to contact us through social media, the website, the platform, or whatever mean, or me personally. It depends on who you are. If you are an advisor, a farmer, a policymaker, I will also introduce you to the right people in the right seat that will be able to advise you. And yes, thank you for participating and for having the willingness to support and believing that the demonstration is quite important for the future of farming and for the future of Europe in general and the society. And we will do our best in the last year of the Nefertiti project to reach and go beyond our initial objective and to sustain our network on the long term, because Nefertiti is just a small paragraph in a wide and long book, and we still have to accompany a farmer along the journey, and we've got a lot of work in front of us. So I hope that Nefertiti was just the beginning of a long-term story of demonstration farm and demonstration network across Europe, where people can exchange a lot of knowledge, so leading to a more competitive and sustainable farming system in Europe. So I have to close the session. Again, many thanks to all the audience, many thanks to the speaker, Alfred, Vicky, Roberto, Gerben. Thanks to the regions, Central Macedonia, North-Holland, North Romania, Pays de la Loire, South Ostrobothnia, Tuscany, and Switzerland, who kindly supported the organization of this workshop. And I wish you a really nice evening and a nice week, and hoping to see you soon and in real life in the near future, because we are step by step recovering our life, and this is also good news. Thank you, everybody, and keep in touch.